Hello and welcome to this month's edition of the 5-ish minute update and quick tip. As you can see, it's a beautiful fall morning here in Aberdeen. The leaves have changed and now are starting to fall off the trees. The sugar beets are starting to pile up. But it's a beautiful fall morning. I've really enjoyed my first fall here in Idaho. A couple of updates to talk about. This last week was at the Extension Advisory Board meeting and the College Advisory Board meeting as well. The one thing that really stood out to me in these meetings is how really lucky we are here at University of Idaho Extension to have the district directors and our state 4-H director that we have. As we met with the Extension Advisory Board and the College Advisory Board, your district directors could have spent some time talking about their own accomplishments, but they spent the whole time talking about your accomplishments and with genuine appreciation and gratitude for your efforts, and they conveyed that to the advisory board. So you have great advocates in your district directors and state 4-H director, which is a great thing to have in this system. Other update, as promised, I completed my visits to all 42 county offices. Did that this last week as well. Caught the last two, being the two most northern in Boundary and Bonner. Good to meet with the educators there and get to know them a little better, and to see Boundary and Bonner County as well. I know I didn't meet with all of you as I traveled around the state and visited the offices, and I look forward to meeting with those that I haven't to get to know you a little better. It was important to me to get around to all of the offices to get to know you a little better. Hopefully you found value in it as well, and it'll help us as we move forward in sharing our story with the rest of the state. This week's quick tip is really about outputs, impact statements. You know, what's the difference between an output and impact? What's an impact statement versus just a impactful activities? You know, there's been a lot of discussion about that. So if you think about outputs, these are the things that we really put in. You know, this could be presentations, workshops, tools, products, all of those efforts that we put into our programming. Those are our outputs. And the impacts are really the things that occur because of those outputs. So if we think of impacts kind of from a progressive sort of perspective, an increase in knowledge is always a great impact to achieve. And if we can document an increase in knowledge, that's really helpful for us. The next step would be that our participants would use some of our data, some of our tools, some of our strategies to analyze and think about their situations. All right, that's that next step, to analyze and utilize tools. And then the next step might be that they would implement those tools or strategies or decisions in their life, and that through implementation there would be an impact on their life. And this impact can be, you know, a change in healthy living behaviors or a change in management. Those types of impacts that we can document as a result of participants coming to our programs is extremely valuable. And then really that last impact that we're looking for are impacts in terms of quality of life or economic impact. So, you know, as a result of changing a person's healthy behaviors, did it create more happiness in their life, more contentment in their life? As a result of maybe coming to one of our farm management schools Was there an economic impact that led to long-term sustainability for a producer? So those are the types of in-depth impacts we're looking for. So if we can drive those impacts from knowledge gain to long-term changes in happiness, contentment, sustainability, those are ways that we can really interact and impact the lives of our fellow Idahoans. So I hope this little discussion on outputs, impacts has been helpful, and we'll see you next time on the next 5-ish minute update and quick tip.